I don't know. We'll see. All right, I started to see people in the chat, so let's get going. I just want to come in and say, hey, I just saw Jared in the chat. Jared, hey, thanks for checking us out. I just saw you guys got back from Europe. That looks rad. Thank you guys for coming and playing trivia. I know you guys missed the trivia while you're in Europe. If you guys played trivia while you were in Europe, let me know. That'd be really cool. Alrighty, y'all, we're getting ready to kick off another episode here at the Trivia Tavern. Woo! Yeah, I know I'm excited. I got all kinds of trivia coming your way.
Yes, I am as
That's
well.
That's right. We got Jeff. We got our engineer kicking it back there, getting ready for our next game of trivia. Jeff, you excited for some trivia?
I am certainly always and definitely excited.
I love playing trivia, so I'm always excited for more trivia here at the Trivia Tavern. Now, if you are just getting in, you guys probably know the drill, but if you don't already, you can go ahead and scan that QR code that you're seeing on the screen, and that's going to take you right to the game where you'll be able to get the answers in as you compete against everybody else that's playing the game. Now, it's a pretty straightforward game. Most rounds will work the same. I'm going to give you 10 different questions, and the faster you get your answers in, they will all be multiple choice questions. The faster you get those answers in, well, the more points they will be worth. That being said, you can never get those answers too fast, because if you do it too fast and get it wrong because you weren't looking for the right answer, or maybe you saw the answer and then you're like, no, it was so close. You can also fat finger it. That's what we like to call it here. Yeah, I think there it is.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
That's right. You don't want to fat finger those answers. So make sure you find the answer you're looking for before you hit that button, because that's going to make sure you get the most points at the end of each round. Whoever has the most points will be declared our winner for the round. I'm going to have a fun title for you based on what we're doing for the round. So if you haven't already, go ahead and scan that QR code or go to crowd.live and enter the code 2JAMF. 2JAMF to get you into the game. We're kicking it off in just a little bit with our first round of the game, and you know me, I'm all about that nostalgia. We've got a round just about Saturday morning cartoons. Grab a bowl of cereal. It's Toon time. It's what I'm calling this one. And whoever has the most points at the end of this round is going to be our wascally winner. That's right. I had to do a little bit of my Bugs Bunny in there because, well, I'm a huge fan of that show. So we're going to have a Saturday morning cartoon round coming your way. If you haven't got set up yet, now's a great chance to do that. Scan that QR code. And we're going to be playing 6 rounds of trivia. That's right. Every game we're going to be doing about 6 rounds. And at the end of all 6 rounds, while you may be able to win each round individually, there will be an overall winner. Whoever has the most points across all 6 rounds will be the Trivia Traveler, our winner of trivia for that week. We've got a friend here in the studio too, Steele, hanging out with me on the couch. Steele, say hi.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings, that's right. A very formal greetings. I like that. Was that your Marvin the Martian kind of like grab bag? Not intentionally, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We can pretend we was for Marvin the Martian, one of our favorite cartoons, at least one of mine. All right, y'all. Kicking off that first round of trivia in just about 3 minutes.
Forever.
This crowd is wild.
Let's go already!
Appropriately enough, we have Bender telling us it's time to get started in just a couple minutes. That's right, we're kicking off that trivia in just a little bit, and I do see some of us are already signed in, getting into that room to get those answers in. If you haven't already, scan that QR code to get set up for our first round of trivia. Also, if you're hanging out with us, say hey in the chat. Let us know you're watching. If you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, you can say hey in the chat, and we're going to see it. Make sure to let me know you're watching. Who do we have playing today? I think I did see Jared. We got Steele in the studio. We got Turbo as always playing with us. So we'll see who else is playing with them as we get ready for this first game. Now, don't forget, every round, I'm going to give you 10 questions, usually about a similar theme. And at the end of the round, whoever has the most points will be our winner for that round. And you're going to get a fun title. For our first round, we are talking all about Saturday morning cartoons. So whoever wins this round will be our Wascally winner. That's going to be the winner for this round. But at the end of all 6 rounds, whoever has the most points across the games will be our Trivia Traveler. That's right, the person who has the most points. Now again, every round, the faster you answer, the more points you will get. But you want to get those answers in a prompt time, but also a correct time, because you want to make sure you hit the right answer. It is very possible to click on the wrong thing and not get the correct answer. All right, we are just about ready to get started with our game. We got 35 more seconds. And also, this is a great time to let you know, if you are watching on YouTube, on Twitch, whichever your preferred method of watching is, make sure you are subscribed to the Trivia Tavern. Make sure you hit the like button on each video. Or if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're following us. That way you never miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern. All right, gotta get ready for our first question coming your way in 15 seconds. Jeff, are you ready for that first question?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. I've got a lot of fun questions coming your way this time, so I'm really excited for y'all to experience them. All right, let's get it set up. Let's get it going. Here comes our first question of the game. In what vehicle would you find this Saturday morning cartoon crew rolling around? Now I'm going to bring up those answers, and your answers are the Conundrum Car, the Riddle Rocket, the Mystery Machine, or the Secret Speeder. I do always want to let you know that those answers open the fastest on your devices, so always keep an eye out on the devices to try to get them in as fast as
The
possible.
fingers you have used to dial
Uh-oh,
are
I
too
think we
fat.
already have a fat finger. It happens. So once again, what is the vehicle you would find this Saturday morning cartoon crew rolling around in? Just a few seconds left. All right, we have your answers. Let's see what you submitted. Now we had 100% of our answers for the Mystery Machine, because it's no mystery. That is the Mystery Inc. gang traveling around in the Mystery Machine. All right, let's get into our second question for the round. Which of these characters is Charles Xavier, leader of the X-Men on the X-Men animated series? Answers available. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you which ones those are, because that would give it away. We have 4 pictures of there of some 4 famous X-Men, but which one is Charles Xavier, the leader of the X-Men on the animated series?
I don't know.
Ooh, if you don't know, I feel bad for you. Actually, we can't be friends if you don't know this one. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see our answers as they were turned in. We had 7 for the bald dude on the left, and we had 1 for the guy on the right. That is Cyclops on the right, and that is Charles Xavier, the one with no hair. That's Charles Xavier, one of my favorite shows of all time. To me, my X-Men. All right, question number 3 coming at you. In what American city do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles strike crime from the shadows and sewers? Is it Boston, Los Angeles, New York City, or Chicago? Once again, in what American city do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles strike crime from the shadows and sewers? Boston, Los Angeles, New York City, or Chicago? You've got about 10 more seconds. All right, let's see those answers. Now we had 1 for Boston, 6 for New York City, and 1 for Chicago. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, well, they
40%
love
of all people know that.
their New York pizza. That's right, New York City is the correct answer. Yeah, they love pizza, specifically New York style, and they won't shut up about it. All right, your next question is, that's how you know they're New Yorkers, is they're always talking about pizza. All right, question number 4. In which Hollywood movie studio's water tower do the Animaniacs live? So we're looking for a movie studio for this one. Is it MGM, Fox, Paramount, or Warner Brothers? Once again, in which Hollywood movie studio's water tower do the Animaniacs live? MGM, Fox, Paramount, or Warner Brothers? We got about 3 more seconds. Let's see what you guys put down. All right, we had 2 for Paramount and 6 for Warner Brothers. Your correct answer. They are also known as the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dot. That is correct, the Warner Brothers Water Tower. All right, next up is our 5th question for the round. After we do about 5 questions, well, actually, after we do exactly 5 questions, we're going to check in with our standings and see how we're doing through 5 questions of the game. So here comes question number 5. What is the name of Gargamel's cat on the Smurfs? Is it Artemis, Ariel, Azrael, or Afton? Once again, what is the name of Gargamel's cat on the Smurfs? Artemis,
I don't
Ariel,
know.
Azrael, or Afton? You've got about 10 more seconds to tell me.
I don't know.
Alrighty, let's see our answers as you put them in. Now, answers submitted. Oh, let me see. Did that go? There we go. All right, we had 100% of the answers for Azrael. Way to go. You remember the Smurfs, and you got Azrael correct. Azrael was your correct answer. All right, so let's see our standings. This can be our mid-round breakdown. 5 questions in, and Steel right now playing with me in studio at the top of the leaderboards.
You're so money and you don't.
How you feeling? You remember your Saturday morning cartoons right now? Good, Steel?
I feel good. I'm afraid my mom might be concerned that I did so well with this.
Oh, yeah, this
wasted
is-
hours on a Saturday morning.
The amount of ADHD proving that's happening right now is very, very real. Sam, you're right there with us with 447 points. Turbo in second with 453. So not that much separation, 11 points to 3rd place, and then it's about, 40 points down to 4th place. We got Real John. John, thank you for checking us out, of Cal Worthington and his dog spot. We've got Brian with the urinals. Real Urinals getting number 1. Martin playing with us. Jared as well. And I am having a little hard time seeing the last names. I'll get those in just a moment. But here we go. We're going to kick off our next 5 questions in just a moment. And coming in for question number 6. Let's get into it. Question number 6. What striped socked caretaker cares for the young Muppets on Muppet Babies? Yeah, getting a little bit harder with some of these. Answers available are Granny, Nanny, Fanny, and Pammy. Once again, what striped sock caretaker takes care of the young Muppets on Muppet Babies? All right, we've got Granny, Nanny, Fanny, and Pammy. Now, if you don't remember Muppet Babies, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't remember Muppet Babies, it's okay. This might not be around. We're going to have 5 more rounds of all kinds of other types of trivia coming your way tonight, too. So don't sweat it if this is not your round. All right, here come those answers. Ooh, we got a much bigger split this time. Here we go. We've got 1 for Granny, 2 for Nanny, 5 for Fanny, and 1 for Pammy. Your correct answer was Nanny. That's right, Nanny. Granny is the one from, what's the word? Oh, it's the Looney Tunes caretaker, right? Or she's the one who takes care of Tweety Bird and all that. Yeah, so Nanny was the one from Muppet Babies, Granny on Looney Tunes. All right, let's get into your next question. Now, this is a fun Saturday morning cartoon people might not realize. There was one where there's a bunch of professional athletes doing a bunch of superhero stuff. So which of these real-world athletes was not a superhero on the early 1990s sports-themed cartoon Pro Stars? Now, answers for this one: Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders. So once again, which of these real-world athletes was not a superhero on the early 1990s sports-themed cartoon Pro Stars? Gretzky, Jordan, Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders?
40% of all people know that.
This is a fun one if you remembered it. We got Ricardo saying the game is rigged, so we'll see how it goes, Ricardo. Maybe not so rigged, but I enjoy it. Thank you for playing and watching with us. Here come those answers. Now we had 4 for Gretzky, 4 for Deion Sanders, and 1 for Bo Jackson. The correct answer was Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders. Yeah, Showtime not getting his own
Personally,
cartoon.
I think we got hosed on that call.
Anytime soon. But yeah, Deion. The other 3 guys, yeah, Gretzky, Jordan, and Bo Jackson, which it's pretty wild that all 3 of them just were on a cartoon show together. All right, here we go. We've got... Which of these MCU stars worked at toy fairs in the mid-90s promoting a line of toys for the cartoon Street Sharks? Now, there was someone looking for a celebrity who promoted this cartoon toy. Was it Vin Diesel, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth? Once again, which of these MCU stars worked at toy fairs in the mid-90s promoting a line of toys for the cartoon Street Sharks? Vin Diesel, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth? This one's not be common knowledge, but if you know YouTube, this lives in the YouTube Hall of Fames. You have to check this out. Let's get into it. Answers submitted. We had 4 for Vin Diesel, 2 for each Chris Pratt and Chris Evans, and 1 for Chris Hemsworth. Your correct answer was Vin Diesel. Yes, you can look it up. Check out the YouTube Street Sharks commercials featuring a very young Vin Diesel.
No way!
Talking about how rad Street Sharks are. It's fantastic. All right, we've got 2 more questions for this round. And question number 9. Who was the streetwise leader of the Cadillac Cats on the classic Saturday morning cartoon, Heathcliff? Yeah, might not remember this one, so let's see your answers. They are Hector, Riff Raff, Wordsworth, and Cleo. So once again, who was the streetwise leader of the Cadillac Cats on the classic Saturday morning cartoon, Heathcliff? Hector, Riff Raff, Wordsworth, or Cleo? 10 more seconds.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, back with those answers. Let's see what you put down. I had to make them a little bit harder for you. Here come those answers. Now we had 1 for Hector, 6 for Riff Raff, and then 1 each for Wordsworth and Cleo. Your correct answer was Riff Raff. Yes, Riff Raff is the one that sounds like the leader of a gang, right? So that's at least a little bit of the help there. Riff Raff was your correct answer. All right, let's do it. We got 1 more question after that. We're going to declare our Wascally winner because we're going to have all 10 questions answered. All right, let's do it with question number 10. What human boy does the canine genius Mr. Peabody adapt in this popular series? Answers available are Samuel, Sherman, Silas, and Spencer. So once again, what human boy does this canine genius Mr. Peabody adopt in the popular series? Is it Samuel, Sherman, Silas, or Spencer? You got about 10 seconds left.
I may have to go way in the Wayback Machine for this, right?
That's right. You do have to go into the Wayback Machine to get the answer if you know it. All right. Jared's saying, "Ooh, apparently this is his blind spot." That's okay. Not a lot of people know all of these cartoons unless your brain's broken, like mine. All right. Here we go. Let's get into those answers for round number 1, question 10. All right, we had 89% with 8 answers. Get it for Sherman with 1 for Silas. Those are the adventures of Peabody and Sherman. Sherman is his boy Ward, and they did make a remake that was all right not that long ago. All right, so now that we got 10 answers in, let's see our standings. We're going to declare our top 3 right now. Here comes our 3rd place finisher. Steele, 675 points. Now he was in first and through 5, so let's see what happened. In second, Turbo here in the studio as well, meaning one of our viewers. You're going to be our first place winner. It's Sam. Way to go, Sam. Clutching it out from 4th place. Sam, way to go. Sam Lander, also just coming back from Europe, so you got all that new rejuvenated brain power. I know they talk a lot about Saturday morning cartoons at the Louvre. All right, so we have Sam with 719 points, 704 points for Turbo. Steelio with 675. That's where that speed
But don't
comes
forget,
in.
these will all be cumulative too, right, Danny?
That's right. So it doesn't matter if you didn't, maybe win the round. You're going to get to stack up all these points as we go across the board.
So if you join late, it's okay, because some people are going to bow out early.
Well, some people might have to take off. Some people might not do great with our next category because our next categories are going to get very different from the Saturday morning cartoon vibe in just a second. So want to give out more shout outs. Let's see.
Media Killers. Stefanoka, Jared, MGM, Real John, Urinal number 1, of course, joining us for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, Brian's actually been playing with us for a while. Brian came actually in and he was playing with us when we had some of the more sports themes questions. Brian had so much fun playing with us in the sports games. And actually, I just got to see him too this weekend. I DJ'd one of their friends in the wedding. Friends on their trivia team. I know them from a trivia venue. I got to DJ the wedding of a couple in their trivia team. So I got to hang out with Brian over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. And we talked about a lot of trivia. We were like, can we sneak a trivia game into the wedding? Just a little bit. No, yeah. That'd be fun. But next time. All right.
Next time.
So, yeah, Painter shouting us out. I want to see Turbo's cat. Oh, now I think I know who that is. Very cool. Very cool. All right, well, we're getting set up for it. We're going to actually get into our next round. So we're going to take a little break, but before we take that break, I'm going to tell you more about round number 2. That's right. This one's going to be called Music by the Numbers. The reason why it's called that is because we're going to have around about 10 questions related to music, songs, titles, and artists, all with numbers in their name, right? So either the songs are going to have numbers in their name, or the artist is going to have a number in their name. Answer faster like other rounds, and you're going to be the fastest to get those points. Fast to get those points, get the most points at the end of the round. You'll be the winner. The winner for this next round is going to be the Comfortably Numberologist. That is a very, very silly pun. Comfortably Numberologist. But that's coming your way in about 6 minutes. Now's a great time to get a drink if you're drinking with us. I'm about to go get another one for myself. Stretch those legs, go to the restroom. We'll be back with more trivia in about 6 minutes. And if you haven't scanned in already, or liked us, or done all those things, like us on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow on Twitch. All right, back in just a moment. All right, y'all, I'm back. We're 2 minutes away from our next round of trivia. If you haven't got set up yet, I do believe you can get that QR code going. I mean, I don't want to say I do believe. You can scan that QR code and get it going, get into that room, get set up for the game. Additionally, you can go to crowd.live and enter the code GJ36Z. Want to say thank you for anybody who's watching this already. I can see we got 10 players, so we're already a little bit higher in the last round. Don't worry if you missed the last round. You get to add up all your points, and you never know. Maybe one of these rounds you're going to crush it, get like almost 1,000 points as the max. We've had people get around up above 900 in a single round, so you never know. If your round comes up, it could be enough to make you the trivia traveler at the end of the night. Need to take a long breath after that. One sec. Sometimes I talk for so much that it builds up like a hot air balloon. That's a good metaphor for me. All right, we're getting ready for our next round of trivia. It's coming your way in just about another minute. Now, this next round of trivia is going to be a music trivia because we're going to have 10 questions coming your way. All of these questions will feature answers or part of the question about an artist with a number in their name or a song title with a number name. Or maybe part of the question will be about what numbers are in these song titles. We'll get into it in just about 50 seconds. Now, I do want to say, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and like us on YouTube. Make sure you like each video, subscribe, do all the good stuff. It helps us out quite a bit if you just, even share it on Instagram. Let your friends know that this is a fun way that you can spend your Tuesday nights playing trivia with us here. If you're watching on Twitch, say hey on Twitch. I see some people playing along, but if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're following us on Twitch too, so you never miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern. All right, 20 seconds to go until this next round. And as always, the faster you get your answers in, the more points you get. But always be careful. You want to make sure you identify the correct answer when you hit that button, because you want to make sure you get those points. If you go too fast, sometimes you will get the wrong answer. All right, we're kicking off that first question in 5 seconds. All right, here we go. First question coming your way. What singer scored her only U.S. hit in 1984 with the German language song 99 Luftballons? Answers available are Falco, Nina, Martika, and Kim Wilde. Once again, what singer scored her only U.S. hit in 1984 with the German language song 99 Luftballons? Falco, Nina, Martika, or Kim Wilde? I see Steele's laughing. Which one of those made you laugh? Well, actually, I'll wait 5 seconds, and then if I want to know which one made you laugh. All right, 3, 2, take it away.
Honestly, I think it was a combination of Falco, Nina, and Martika all at the same time.
All of them, yeah, right? You're just like, oh, I know all of those names.
Included Luca, and then somebody would have been like, "My name is Luca. I live on the second floor." It's also a very similar song,
right?
To Luftballon, same era,
right? Well, so now that we've all kind of talked about it, let's see those answers that y'all submitted. We did have 8 answers for Nina with 2 for Martika. The correct answer for that one would be Nina. That's right. They wrote 99 Luftballons, made it in German, and then re-released it in English, and everyone was like, this is not as fun. So yeah, here we go. Next question coming your way. Which of these Midwest U.S. cities gets mentioned in the White Stripes' 7-Nation Army? So which one of these cities is mentioned in the lyrics? Is it Topeka, Wichita, Omaha, or Saratoga? Once again, which of these Midwest U.S. cities gets mentioned in the White Stripes' 7-Nation Army? Topeka, Wichita, Omaha, or Saratoga? Which one gets mentioned in those lyrics?
I don't know.
All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put. We had 9 for Wichita with 1 for Omaha. Your correct answer, I'll go to Wichita for, was it Nevermore? Something to that effect. Yeah, Wichita is the one in the lyric. Wichita just got you the points if you put it in. All right, here comes question number 3. How many little birds did Bob Marley have, according to the title of a 1980s Wailers hit? Answers available are 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once again, how many little birds did Bob Marley have, according to the title of a 1980s Wailers hit? 2, 3, 4, or 5. Jeff, did you fat finger this one? Did it happen? Was that you? I don't think he wants to talk about it. Yeah, he very much does not want to talk about it. All right, was it 2, 3, 4, or 5? Let's get into it. All right, no, we're good. We got all of our answers in for 3. Your correct answer was 3 little birds. That's right, 3 little birds for Bob Marley. All right, here comes your next question. According to a 1981 hit by pop band Tommy Two Tone, whose number was 867-5309. Answers are Jamie, Becky, Betty, and Jenny. So once again, according to a 1981 hit by pop band Tommy Two Tone, whose phone number was 867-5309. You got about 10 more seconds.
40% of all people know that.
I feel like a lot more know that one, maybe, Homer. Let's see what you put down. We had 9 of our answers for Jenny with 1 for Betty. Your correct answer was Jenny, I've got your number, and it's 867-5309. All right, we have one more question before we get to our mid-round breakdown. So let's do that question and then see where our standings are in our second round of trivia. All right, here we go. What composer's 1959 song, Take 5, is the biggest selling jazz single of all time? Answers available. We have Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Dave Brubeck, and Vince Guaraldi. So once again, was it Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Dave Brubeck, or Vince Guaraldi? What composer's 1959 song Take 5 is the biggest selling jazz single of all time? All right, let's see those answers. All right, we had 6 for Miles Davis with 4 for Dave Brubeck. Your correct answer was Dave Brubeck. Yes, Dave Brubeck. That was a little bit of a fastball, but a lot of y'all caught it. Let's see what our standings are now that we've done 5 questions for this round. All right, Brian with 455. So Brian jumping out to a really good lead. Way to go, Urinal, always getting number 1. And then we had John coming in with 387 points, and just behind him we have Turbo with 370. Way to go, Turbo. How do you like the numbered songs question so far? You feeling okay about the next 5?
Feeling fine.
Feeling fine, very good. And then Sam, last round's winner, she was our Wascally winner with 351, so she's right behind. That's going to be good for accumulating those scores, but all these scores are going to help out as far as going to Trivia Traveler, because we get your round coming. Well, who knows? It's anyone's game. All right, 5 questions down. Let's get into our next 5. Here comes question number 6. Which of these singers promised 2 tickets to paradise in 1977? Was it Eddie Money, Billy Squire, Don Henley, or Rick Springfield? So once again, which of these singers promised 2 tickets to paradise in 1977? Eddie Money, Billy Squire, Don Henley, or Rick Springfield? Are you not a fan of 2 Tickets to Paradise? We'll see. I think there's a...
Oh, I think I know.
You think you know? I'll say, let's see the answers. We had 80% of the answers for Eddie Money.
I've got
2 Tickets to Paradise. See, you know it. You like that song. Your correct answer was Eddie Money. Eddie Money. All right, I did see some people jumping up in the YouTube chat. I want to say that. Let's see. Jared saying he doubted himself too much on that last one. Martin always doing the appropriate RIPs. Martin, I love your sense of music, man. You're great. All right, question number 7 coming your way. In her 1980 hit 9 to 5, Dolly Parton pours herself a cup of blank in an attempt to come to life. What does she fill her cup with? Answers available: gumption, aspiration, ambition, and passion. So once again, in a 1980 hit 9 to 5, Dolly Parton pours herself a cup of blank in an attempt to come to life. Is it gumption, aspiration, ambition, or passion? All right, answers in. Let's see if you knew the lyric. We had 1 answer for gumption with 9 for ambition. Your correct answer: she pours herself a cup of ambition. Cup of ambition is your correct answer. All right, question number 8 is next. What singer taught everyone simple counting skills with her 2007 hit 1, 2, 3, 4? Was it Regina Spektor, St. Vincent, Sarah Bareilles, or Feist? Once again, what singer taught everyone simple counting skills with her 2007 hit 1, 2, 3, 4? Regina Spektor, St. Vincent, Sarah Bareilles, or Feist? You got about 7 more seconds. right, let's see your answers. Did you count this one in? Answers given. We had 1 for Regina Spektor, 7 for Sarah Bareilles, and 2 for Feist. Your correct answer is Feist. Yeah, Feist. Gee, kind of looks like some of the other ladies on that list.
That was way harsh, Ty.
Yeah, that was a harder question. But also, if you watch enough Sesame Street, you'll know this because it's a great way to teach your kids how to count. Also, if you want a great cross-section into just who I am as a person, I love all these artists. They're some of my favorite artists, especially Regina Spektor. All right, let's get into question number 9. Which of these songs was with a number in its title is not by the Beatles? So we're going to show you 4 songs. You got to figure out which one is not by the Beatles. Is it 8 Days a Week, When I'm 64, 10 Years Gone, or One After 909? So once again, which of these songs with a number in the title is not by the Beatles? 8 Days a
Fingers
Week,
you have used to
When
dial
I'm
are too
64,
fat.
10 Years Gone, or One After 909? Take it away, Jeff.
That was a true fat finger. Right
I knew you had a fat finger moment because as soon as I finished reading it the first time, I just heard, "Oh man!" off mic. Like, all right, no, he definitely had the right answer, but did not put down the right answer. Let's see what he put down. Answers turned in. Oh, look at that. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4 situation right here. We had 1 for 8 Days a Week, 2 for When I'm 64, 3 for 10 Years Gone, and 4 for One After 909. Your correct answer was 10 Years Gone. That's right. 10 Years Gone is not a Beatles song. All 3 of the other ones are Beatles songs. I think 8 Days a Week might be the most famous one, but you know, the Beatles made a lot of songs. All right, question number 10. After this, we're going to have our winner for the round. That's right, our comfortably numberologist. Here comes question number 10. What country singer hit number 1, 2, sorry, that's a typo. What country singer hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1998 with You're Still the One? Never mind, my dyslexia got that flipped around. So what country singer hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1998 with You're Still the One? Now, answers available are Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, Shania Twain, and Carrie Underwood. So one more time, what country singer hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1998 with You're Still the One? Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, Shania Twain, or Carrie Underwood? 8 seconds left.
I don't know.
All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put down. Now we had 1 for Trisha Yearwood, 7 for Shania Twain, and 2 for Carrie Underwood. I think this is a first. Your correct answer. No, never mind. It's Shania Twain. I don't know why all of a sudden I thought it was Faith Hill. I'm thinking of a different song entirely. There's a reason why I don't play a lot of country at a lot of the gigs I play, unless it's specifically requested. All right, y'all. So that was your answer. That was your last question and your standings. Let's get into it. We're going to give out our top 3 and declare our comfortably numberologist at the end of this. But first, let's get into number 3. In third place with 642 points, Turbo killing it today. Turbo with 642. And in second with 702 points, it's Real John. Real John, you're our second place team or player. So here comes number 1. It's the Urinals, as we always get number 1. Way to go, Painter. Formerly Beef Supreme, now a comfortably numberologist. Way to go with 800 points and winner of our musical number trivia. Ian also with 628 points, killing it. Then we had Stephen Ochoa. Is that who it is? I cannot read that one from here. It's just a little too tiny. Stephen Ochoa, way to go with 5th place, 553 points.
Or it could be Stefanoka.
Stefanoka. I like that. If you're watching, Steven, get us the chat. Let us know so that way we're not just
Steph and Ocha or Stefan Ocha or Stefanoka.
Oh, it's Stephanie Sandoval. Okay, now I know who it is. Stefanocha. Thank you very much for playing, Steph. She was actually in our studio a couple weeks ago as well, so thank you for playing, Steph. Way to go. You had 5th place in that with 553 points. Coming in just up behind Ian for 4th place. So way to go getting those points in that one. We had a really great round that time. And again, all those points are going to be added up and go into our Trivia Traveler kind of position. Oh yeah, Trivia Traveler contention. That's the word I'm looking for. The ability to win our overall game. All right, so way to go, Brian. You are comfortably numb as our comfortably numerologist. Now we're going to get into our next round. This next round, we just had Memorial Day yesterday, so I'm calling this one a salute to our trivia troops. That's right, a salute to the trivia troops. We're going to have a round that's going to be half about real military facts, things about the real life United States military, and the other half of the round is going to be about military movies, so kind of the big action war movies that you all know and love. So, in just a moment, thank you, Stephanie, for the heart sign in the chat as well. And then we got Sean joining us. Thank you, Sean, for jumping in and joining us for this next game. All right, so let's get set up for our next round. Now, our next round is starting in 6 minutes. So once again, a great chance to go to the bathroom, get another drink. But if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, make sure you're like and subscribe on YouTube and following on Twitch. And one more time. Oh, Danny Donacho. Don't mind that. I would not mind that. That's a really great name, too.
I got to tell you all about Danny Donacho.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go take care of some business.
There's also Danny Dorito.
Danny Dorito. That's not bad either. A great name thing about Danny, you can just put so many things behind it. Sounds great. Danny Donuts is one of my favorites, just because I love donuts. So, anyways, 5.5 minutes till we kick off our next round of trivia.
Danny Donacho.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
Hey, we're coming back with our next round of trivia, bringing down that music. And looks like we got Christian joining us for this next round. Thank you, Christian, for checking us out. Checks Play 619.
Hey, Christian, dude. Checks Play. Table minimum. Whoa!
Don't know what that's all about, but thank you, Christian, for joining us and getting ready for this next round of trivia, because we are starting another round of trivia in about 2 minutes. Jeff, you're gonna have to explain all of that to me in just a moment. But yeah, we got more trivia coming your way, and this next round of trivia, it's all about U.S. military facts and military movies coming your way. So all kinds of fun stuff. Now, if you haven't got set up yet, the easiest way to do it is scan that QR code. That'll take you right to the game. Punch your name in, you'll be set up to play, or go to crown.live and enter the code 5GFCC. 5GFCC will get you there. Each round, I'm giving you 10 questions. Each one, you're going to want to get the answer in as fast as you can because you'll get the most points available if you do so. But I always like to warn you, if you know the answer, make sure you find that right answer before you hit it because it's very easy to accidentally hit the wrong answer. And once you get locked in, you cannot change those answers. You are locked in with the incorrect answer. Most points at the end of the round will be given our fun title for the round. You'll get some little accreditation. We'll give you a little shout out. For this round, you're going to be credited as the Trivia Trooper. It'll also be accompanied with an Iron Maiden guitar riff. However, you have to supply the riff yourself. I'm not doing that. So yeah, Trivia Trooper for the winner of this round. And all of the points that you acquire, well, they will also go to becoming the Trivia Traveler. The winner of all 6 rounds across 6 rounds will get all of their points added together. And whoever has the most points, well, they're going to be the Trivia Traveler. We did have some good showing so far, but it's still anyone's game because if you can just light it up, you can always get the most points and become the Trivia Traveler. All right, kicking off our first question in just about 15 seconds. Again, these are going to be questions, a little bit half about U.S. military facts, and the other half about military movies. So here we go. First question coming your way in 5 seconds. Here comes that first question. Which of these rankings in the U.S. Marine Corps officers' ranks is highest? Now, answers available. You want to name the highest ranking in this group, and your answers are Major, Colonel, Lieutenant General, and Major General. So once again, which of these rankings in the U.S. Marine Corps officer ranks is highest? Major, Colonel, Lieutenant General, or Major General? Tell me which one ranks the highest in that group. Well, you're going to get the points that you get in. If you get it in as fast as you can, you get more points. Got about 12 more points you get an answer in right now. All right, let's see the answers you put in. Wanted to start with a kind of fastball for you. Now we did have 3 for Lieutenant General, 1 for Colonel, and 8 for Major General. Your correct answer is Lieutenant General. Yeah, so Lieutenant is kind of like a step down. It's always the thing right below something, but it does outrank Major General. Lieutenant General is the last step before you are a full-fledged general. So that's just a step down below General, which is something I learned today when I was looking for this. Ricardo, that is a fantastic answer. He's like, actually, I think it's Major Laser. Fantastic answer. I really appreciate that. All right, here comes your next question. Who plays U.S. Army General George S. Patton in the 1970 biographical war epic, Patton? Answers available are Gary Cooper, Clint Eastwood, George C. Scott, and John Wayne. Once again, who plays U.S. Army General George S. Patton in the 1970 biographical war epic, Patton? Gary Cooper, Clint Eastwood, George C. Scott, or John Wayne?
40% of all people know that.
All right, answers are in. Now let's see what you guys put down. All right, 1 for both Gary Cooper and Clint Eastwood, 3 for John Wayne, and 7 for George C. Scott. Your correct answer was George C. Scott. Yes, I do believe he won an Oscar for that performance in Patton. All right, let's get into question number 3. Roughly how many miles of hallways are found in the Pentagon, headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense? So we're talking about mileage of hallways in the Pentagon. Answers you can turn in are 13, 15, 17, and 20. So once again, roughly how many miles of hallways are found in the Pentagon, headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense? 13, 15, 17, or 20 miles?
I don't know.
Yes, this is a little bit of a trickier one, so let's see what you guys thought it might be. All right, now we had 1 for 15 with 5 for 17 and 6 for 20 miles. How many miles of hallway are there at the Pentagon? 17 miles. Yeah, sometimes the larger one does seem like the best one, but 17, that is a random number, but that is also a lot of miles for hallway. Jared just like throwing a dart, picking one of those answers because it really could have been any of them. Ricardo's killing in the chat. They don't know because they keep failing their audits. That's hilarious. Ricardo, you need to be here for all these. This is fantastic. Alrighty. Yeah, here we go. We're going to get into it. Next question coming your way. Question number 4. Which U.S. fighter jet does Maverick and Goose pilot, or do Maverick and Goose pilot, in the 1986 military action film Top Gun? F-14 Tomcat, F-15E Strike Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, or FA-18A Hornet? So once again, which U.S. fighter jet do Maverick and Goose pilot in the 1986 military action film Top Gun? F-14 Tomcat, F-15E Strike Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, or FA-18 Hornet? Just a few seconds. Let's see what you got this time. Martin, talk to me, Goose. Let's see your answers. We have 77% of the answers for F-14 Tomcat, with one answer each for every other answer. Your correct answer, I've got a need for speed with the F-14 Tomcat. F-14 Tomcat is your correct answer. Too soon. Goose just passing away 40 years ago. Alrighty, here we go. We got one more question for this round. After that, we got the mid-round breakdown. See how we're doing with our salute to the Trivia Troops round. Question number 5. Which of these Wes Anderson regulars gets trapped behind enemy lines in the 2001 film of the same name? Is it Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Jason Schwartzman, or Adrian Brody? So once again, which of these Wes Anderson regulars gets trapped behind enemy lines in the 2001 film of the same name? Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Jason Schwartzman, or Adrian Brody? 8 more seconds.
40% of all people know that.
All right, let's see the answers you guys chose. We had 1 for Luke Wilson, 6 for Owen Wilson, 3 for Jason Schwartzman, and 3 for Adrian Brody. Your correct answer was, wow, it's Owen Wilson. Wow. Yeah, I had to do it again. I love always making Owen Wilson an answer just so I can do that incredibly bad impersonation. Wow. You guys just like see this trivia. It's so crazy. All right, here we go. We're going to get into those answers or your standings through 5 rounds or 5 questions of trivia so far. Let's see how you're doing with the military round. Brian with 428 points. Now, that is a big break for our first half of a round, but we do still have more questions coming your way, so it can be anyone's game. But yeah, Brian with 428, and then 249 to Ian in second, and just behind Ian with 243, that's Sam Steele with 216 for fourth, and Turbo here in the studio, both with just over 200 points. So this one's a little bit trickier. This one's a little bit harder for some folks. So let's see how we keep going with the other half of this round. Let's see. We're going to get into it with question number 6. Which of these cabinet positions is second only to the president in command of the U.S. Armed Forces? So which position is it? Is it Inspector General, Vice President, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, or the Secretary of Defense? Once again, which of these cabinet positions is second only to the president in command of the U.S. Armed Forces? Inspector General, Vice President, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, or Secretary of Defense?
I don't know.
All right, answers for this one. All right, we had 1 for Inspector General, 5 for the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and 7 for the Secretary of Defense. Your correct answer was the Secretary of Defense. Yes, that is a cabinet level position in that group. All right, question number 7. Here it comes. In what country is the World War I drama All Quiet on the Western Front set? Where is that Western Front? Is it Germany, France, Austria, or Russia? Once again, in what country is the World War I drama All Quiet on the Western Front set? Germany, France, Austria, or Russia?
40% of all people know that.
All right, we got the answers. Let's see what you put down. All right, 6 answers for Germany with 7 for France. Splitting our vote pretty close to 50-50.
I would say 40%.
40%.
Homer was correct.
Yeah.
That is a 40% of all people know that.
Yeah, well, especially if you know that the correct answer is Germany. Germany. I've also heard it pronounced Germany by my brother, and only my brother, but Germany is your correct answer. Or Germany, if you're Michael. All right, question number 8 is coming your way. What Oliver Stone Vietnam conflict film was original? No, I'm sorry. I went down a really weird tangent. My brother only says Germany. I believe it's pronounced Germany.
GIF thing?
It very much is meant to be the whole yeah, if you guys didn't know, it's pronounced Germany, with a hard G.
Right.
It's
GIF.
Exactly.
GIF.
Exactly. It's
Right.
just meant to troll people who are going to be like, what are you talking about?
Funny.
It is weird. I'm glad it derailed us significantly. All right, let's read that question again. What Oliver Stone Vietnam conflict film was originally titled Break? Answers are Heaven and Earth, Platoon, Casualties of War, or Born on the 4th of July. Once again, what Oliver Stone Vietnam conflict film was originally titled Break? Heaven and Earth, Platoon, Casualties of War, or Born on the 4th of July. All right, y'all. Here we go. Answers for this question. We had 1 for each answer, aside from Platoon getting 10 answers. So each other question answer represented by 1 answer. But with 10 answers, your correct answer was Platoon. That is right. Platoon was almost named Break instead. All right, we got 2 more questions coming your way for this round. Question number 9. As of 2021, how many branches comprise the United States Armed Forces? Answers available are 4, 5, 6, and 7. So once again, as of 2021, how many branches comprise the United States Armed Forces? 4, 5, 6, or 7? It's a fun one. All right, just down to those last 3 seconds. Let's see you get those answers in. All right, now answers turned in. We had 2 for 4, 3 for 5, and 8 for 6. They are the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Marines. There's always Air Force and Space Force. Makes 6. That's correct. 6 was your correct answer. Space Force, the one that they added in 2021. All right, we have 1 question left. After that, we're going to declare our trivia trooper, the person who got the most points for this round. Now let's get into our last question. Question number 10 starts. Which of these World War II epics did not win the Academy Award for Best Picture? So once again, one where you have to identify the one that did not win the Academy Award for Best Picture. Answers available. From Here to Eternity, Patton, Saving Private Ryan, and Bridge on the River Kwai. Once again, which of these World War II epics did not win the Academy Award for Best Picture? From Here to Eternity, Patton, Saving Private Ryan, or The Bridge on the River Kwai?
I don't
Excellent
know.
question, Danny.
This is an interesting one. Let's see how it goes. Jared saying he counted wrong for our last answer. Yep, sometimes it's gonna happen that way. I think the one that I had a hard time remembering earlier today was Coast Guard, and then immediately when I tried to rattle off right now, I forgot Air Force. So it's really easy to kind of start skipping them. All right, answers for that one. We had 5 answers from Here for Eternity, 1 for Patton, 2 for Saving Private Ryan, and 5 for The Bridge on the River Kwai. You might feel it outrageous, but the correct answer is Saving Private Ryan. Yes, that was a great film, but it did not win the Oscar. It came out, yeah. I don't know if we can do a quick Google check and find out what won that year. We'll find out. I'll have it for you when we come back for our next round of trivia.
Was that terrible year that Shakespeare in Love won?
It might be. I think that might be the one that beat it. So yeah, every time
Somebody
you
look
watch,
that up, put it in the chat, please.
yeah, somebody's gonna figure it out. Yep, Christian's letting us know it's Shakespeare in Love. All right, well, let's get into it with our standings for the end of the round. I do have one person saying, Ricardo letting us know that actually the Coast Guard is part of Homeland Security. It might be, but it also is still somehow a branch of the military. So it just happens to be in both jurisdictions. All right, let's find out our top 3 players. We're going to get into it with our third place winner coming right now. Stelio, hey, with 452 points in third place. Third place for Stelio. But thank you for letting us know. And Sam with 491. Thank you for letting me know that fact about the Coast Guard, though. I didn't know that. That's Sam. And then Brian Painter with 604 points. So winning in back-to-back categories. Way to go, Urinals. Getting number 1. Yes. So that's Brian in first place, Sam in second. Way to go, 491 points. And then Christian, Chex Play, in fourth, just about 20 points behind you, Steel. So yeah, Chex Play came in, Christian coming in right at the end, or right at the beginning of the round. And Jared's like, how is she doing this? Sam, she's killing it with trivia tonight. So it might be her game too. I have a feeling Sam and Brian are going to have really good points when it comes down to being the trivia traveler at the end of the night. But it's still anyone's game because we've got 3 more rounds of trivia coming your way. And we're going to get really fun with it with some of these next rounds. I'm really excited for you guys to hear the name of the last round. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, anyways, congratulations. Way to go for all those points. Way to go, Brian, getting 2 titles today, Trivia Trooper, and being our comfortably numberologist with our song number game and our movie trivia military/real military round. All right, now we got 3 more rounds of trivia coming your way, as I mentioned. So let's get into what will be our next round. We'll take another little break. Now this one, I want you to get a really specific sound cue ready. You'll know it as soon as you see the name of the title, Turbo. But here comes. So you think you remember 5th grade science, chemistry edition.
She blinded me with science.
Yes, that's right. I had to work another science round in because I love science questions. And this
I'm trying to figure out. So I think I remember 5th grade science, but I don't know if I remembered 5th grade science.
Science what?
Scene. I'm looking at the graphic.
Yes, you are correct. Hold on. Every once in a while, I am really bad at spelling. I'm like, what is he talking about? Hold on.
I thought it was like a play on scene and science there. Science?
Hey, Ricardo, also, so it's good. Wait, no, that's still
like
not right. Hold on, I'll fix that. It's because I had to say goodbye to Ricardo.
He'll figure it out during the break.
I need to say, well, I was going to say really quickly, it's because I want to say goodbye to Ricardo. Thank you for playing. He's letting us know he's got to head out, but he's having a good time. So thank you for playing with us. Yeah,
thanks for playing.
He's playing all the way out in Indianapolis. I think it's the first person that's like let us know they're playing from really far away. So thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Didn't mean to cough right into the mic.
Let's start that break.
Yeah, let's start that break. We're going to get it going. We'll be back in 6 more minutes with some more trivia coming your way. Science. Yeah, I want to appreciate everyone in the chat who typed in science. It makes my night. You guys know me. Yeah, it's my favorite part when I'm doing trivia live. It's my favorite part of this. If you guys know the science drill, it just warms my heart. So thank you guys for doing that. Alrighty, now we are kicking off our next round of trivia in a little less than 2 minutes. We got a round all about 5th grade, and when I say 5th grade, I don't think I learned a lot of this stuff in 5th grade, but it is meant to be kind of like your remedial, your school book chemistry stuff, so hopefully you remember some of that. If you don't, well, this might be a really interesting round. So let's see what happens. We got 10 questions coming your way, all about science, all of them multiple choice. If you get the answers in faster, you're getting more points. Most points at the end of this round is going to be our 5th grade honor student. That's right. We're taking us back to 5th grade because you know your 5th grade chemistry, well, that's doing a lot better than I am. So we're getting ready for that round of trivia coming your way in 1 more minute. If you guys are in the chat, just, say hey, let us know you're having a good time. I appreciate everybody who's watching, hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate Turbo for taking care of all the sound effects and everything you're hearing and behind the glass for me. Thank you, Jeff, for running all that. Yes, we're almost there. 45 more seconds till our next round. Now, if you haven't already, please do that whole thing of liking, subscribing on YouTube. You guys are going to hear me say that all the time, but it just means a lot to me. Make sure that we get this going because every little bit helps. So if you just like that video, it's going to be a little bit of more of a help for us and all that. Making sure more people know at the Trivia Tavern. And if you're kicking butt at the Trivia Tavern, let your friends know so you can beat them at this. Be like, oh, hey, check this out. I'm way better than you at this trivia thing. I'm just saying, like, there's a little bit of like, share it with your friends. So that way you can clout chase and be like, this is my domain.
In all honesty, I did that last week, so.
Right? It'd be like, hey guys, check this out. Look at this, like this thing that I'm really impressive at. It'll be a good way to like intimidate your friends. All right, let's get into it with our very first question of the round. What is the first element on the periodic table? Now this one went straight into the answer, so I'm going to fix that before we do this again. But it's to be hydrogen, helium, oxygen, or carbon. So that was a literal fastball as it came that fast. Hydrogen, helium, oxygen, or carbon. Now, I am going to change something before we get into our next part of the question, so that way it doesn't do that again. Just one moment. All right. Oh, cool. Now it's open. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys those options again. I'm going to read you that question again, and it should be good to go now. What is the first element on the periodic table? If you know where those answers are, then you have that advantage. Was it hydrogen, helium, oxygen, or carbon? So one last time, what is the first element on the periodic table? Hydrogen, helium, oxygen, or carbon? All right, answers coming your way. We had 100% of our answers for hydrogen. Your correct answer was hydrogen. Yes, hydrogen was the first element on the periodic table. And if you got it faster, that means you're going to get those points since we all had them get all of you getting the answer right. All right, question number 2. Which of these is a reversible form of matter? Answers available are wood, fire, ice, and concrete. So once again, which of these is a reversible form of matter? Wood, fire, ice, or concrete? You've got a little more than 10 seconds.
She blinded me with science.
All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 for fire with 12 for ice. Your correct answer is ice, ice, baby. That's right. Ice is a reversible form of matter, and that it can be changed to ice, back to water, and back and forth and all that really easily, whereas all of those are either states of energy or things that kind of, once they're composed, stay that way. All right, question number 3. What is the boiling point of water on the Fahrenheit scale? So we're looking on the Fahrenheit scale. Is it 100, 135, 212, or 240 degrees? So once again, what is the boiling point of water on the Fahrenheit scale? 100 degrees, 135 degrees, 212 degrees, or 240 degrees?
I'm afraid we need to use math.
I love asking science questions just for the sound drops. Those are some of my favorite ones. All right, let's get into what your answers turned in were. All right, we had 3 for 135 with 10 answers for 212. Your correct answer was 212 degrees. 100 degrees, of course, being the boiling point on the Celsius scale, but 212 for Fahrenheit. All right. That should be Kelvin/S. Yeah, I know so little about Kelvin. The only Kelvin I'm familiar with is the Kelvin timeline from the Star Trek universe. All right, y'all. Yeah, thank you very much, Jeff. That joke was specifically for you. All right.
It's a funny Star Trek hater joke. Which
I'm not a hater.
I don't
haven't
like the
jumped
Kelvin
in yet.
timeline. I mean, I don't like Discovery. I think Discovery is a bane on Star Trek.
We can start a whole thing.
Yeah,
right
let's
not. No, it's all good. No, I love it. Whatever the thing is that makes you happy, makes you nerdy, enjoy it and love it. But that's always my favorite thing. All right, let's get into it with question number 4. What is the third most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? So what's number 3 in that composition? Is it nitrogen, methane, carbon dioxide, or argon? So once again, what is the third most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen, methane, carbon dioxide, or argon?
40% of all people know that.
All right, answers for this one. Let's see what you put down. All right, a pretty good split this time. We had 3 answers for nitrogen, 2 for methane, 7 for carbon dioxide, and 2 for argon. Your correct answer is argon. Yes, argon is actually the third. Now,
I
argon
was one of those 2 people.
Way to go, Turbo.
Yep, I knew that one.
Argon
I just want to point that out.
Is an incredibly abundant gas.
It's also a noble gas. It's very noble.
It is a noble gas, and also it's inert. Like basically, argon, it gets its name from having like zero effect on everything, which is why you can have so much of it and be like, oh, didn't even notice. All right, here we go. We're getting into question number 5. After this question, we are going to get into our breakdown. Also, Adriana letting you know that you're a nerd. Or she's letting me know I'm a nerd. Either way, I think it's correct. Here we go. Nerd!
I need to get that soundbite.
All right, question number 5. The transition of a substance from a solid to a gas without passing through a liquid state is known as blank. Is that blank? Evaporation, deposition, or deposition, ionization, or sublimation. So once again, the transition of a substance from a solid to a gas without passing through a liquid state is known as evaporation, deposition, ionization, or sublimation. Jared in the chat saying TIL, as in today I learned. And actually, that is legitimately my favorite thing about trivia, right? Is that if you don't know it, at least maybe you are learning it while we're going through the questions. All right, let's get into the answers for this one. We've got 3 for evaporation, 3 for ionization, and 8 for sublimation. Your correct answer is sublimation. Yes, it's what dry ice does, which is pictured there. There is no liquid state for dry ice. It just goes straight from a gas to a frozen object or a solid, or vice versa. So way to go for new sublimation. All right, let's reveal those mid-round standings. Turbo, you are our scientist so far. Way to go, Turbo, with 419. Now we do see this is where it can get really tricky with our people who have been doing really well earlier. So their points are dropping. Well, those overall standings will matter. Real John in second with 364 points, 341 points for Sam, and we actually do have a really tight grouping as we get into the rest of our pack too, because we do have. Let's pull it up one more time. Here it comes. There we go. Yeah, Steele with 339 points, 4 points ahead of Jared. Sean with 248, 240 for Christian. So it's a really close group so far. This is actually proving to be a little bit more challenging than maybe some of us thought. But way to go, Turbo, Real John, and Sam right now in our first half of the game. All right, 5 more questions to go until we declare our 5th grade honor student. Let's get into it with question number 6. What type of chemical bond do the elements, in what type of chemical bond do elements share electrons? Is it covalent bond, ionic bond, orbital bond, or metallic bond? Once again, in what type of chemical bond do elements share electrons? Covalent bond, ionic bond, orbital bond, or metallic bond?
I don't know.
Danny, I think Shaq said you left out gold-bound powder.
Gold bond. There's also James Bond. Yeah, there's a handful of bonds we can go into. Your correct answer. Let's see what the answers we have so far. All right, we have 8 for covalent bond, 6 for ionic. Those were our 2 big ones, a pretty good split. Your correct answer, I know this because a little movie called 21 Jump Street. It's covalent bond. That's right. Dude, we're not atoms, bro. That's right. Covalent bond was your correct answer. All right, let's get into question number 7. Which of these is not one of the noble gases? Turbo giving you a little bit of a clue earlier. So maybe if
suburban rain and the urbane rain, we have very royal tendencies, very noble tendencies. So
right, so you know the noble.
All right with this question.
You do know the nobility. Well, let's get into it. Which one of these is not one of the noble gases? We've got helium, neon, boron, and xenon. Argon's not up there, so you at least know to stay safe with that one. Which of these is not one of the noble gases? Helium, neon, boron, or xenon? There's a little clue too in that picture. All the ones in that far right column, those are the noble gases. So that might help you if you know the placement of any of those elements. All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 for helium.
Nobody does it like molten boron.
I don't think I know that ad. My brain's a very, very broken brain, but I don't think I know that one. All right.
Is from Futurama.
Oh,
it's one of the commercials.
Yeah.
Nobody does it like molten boron.
I think it's like the pig bones that they eat for everything.
Yeah. Cash bone.
I know what you're talking about. All right, answers. We had 1 for helium, 2 for neon, 9 for boron, and 2 for xenon. Your correct answer was... Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the button I was looking for. Boron. Yes, boron. It does a little bit of everything. Boron. All right, question number 8 coming your way. What is the chemical formula for common table salt? Answers available are NaCl, BaO, CrCl, or FeSe. So once again, what is the chemical formula for common table salt? NaCl, BaO, CrCl, or FeSe. Also, there's a gif of Salt Bay, in case you didn't know what that was. It's like funny because too, I forgot that he also ended up being somebody who was kind of problematic. But it was like a really quick rise to fame for just being able to put salt on stuff in a kind of dope way. All right, answers turned in included. We had 93% of our answers for NaCl and 1 for FeSe. Your correct answer, table salt, is NaCl. That's right, sodium chloride are those chemical symbols that make up NaCl. All right.
Futurama is brought to you by
Molten boron.
Nobody doesn't like molten boron.
There you go. I forgot about that part of that jingle, but that's a fantastic way to go. Also, did we end up looking up what the thing? It was Shakespeare in Love.
Was it Shakespeare in Love?
Okay, I'm just gonna go with it because none of us ended up looking it up. I meant to do that and then we didn't. Fair enough. All right, here we go. Question number 9. Here we go. We'll get back into it with question number 9. Which of these is not a real element on the periodic table? I'm going to give you 4 elements. One of them is not a real element. Tell me which one it is. Answers available are promethium, dilithium, thorium, and seaborgorium. Or sorry, seaborgium. That's how you say that. Once again, which of these is not a real element on the periodic table? Promethium, dilithium, thorium, and seaborgium.
I don't know.
All right, we got our answers. Let's see what you put down. All right, this is a big split this time. We have 4 for promethium, 5 for dilithium, and 4 for seaborgium. Jeff, I have a feeling you can tell me a lot more about dilithium, right?
Dilithium crystals.
As Scotty would say, the ship cannot take it. The dilithium crystals are breaking up. Your correct answer is dilithium. That's right. Dilithium is a made-up element for the Star Trek universe. So, yeah, that's the fake one there. Dilithium, trying to throw you off with a bit of pop culture. Fake. It's real to me, damn it. All right, we're moving on to question 10. After this one, we will declare our 5th grade honor student question number 10 coming your way. Here it comes right now. Which of these metals has the highest melting point? So identify the metal with the highest melting point from amongst these metals. Answers available are copper, platinum, tungsten, and zirconium. Once again, which of these metals has the highest melting point? Copper, platinum, tungsten, or zirconium? Tell me which one takes the hottest to melt. You're going to have 10 more seconds. All right, answers, and let's see what you guys submitted. All right, now we had 1 for each zirconium and for copper, 2 for platinum, with 9 for tungsten. Your correct answer was tungsten. Yes, tungsten having the highest melting point. No way. I did not know you could melt zirconium. That was the one that I was like, I only know it as like the diamond, fake diamond thing, so I didn't know it was meltable. But yeah, tungsten has the highest melting point there. All right, that's it. That's it for our science round. So, can I get one more? She blinded me with science before we get to these standings.
She blinded me with science.
Yes, let's see who was blinded with the science questions and who was not. Who got the most points? In 3rd place, we have 743 points for Sam. Way to go, Sam, winner of our 2nd round of trivia. In 2nd, Turbo with 772 points. Way to go, Jeff, with 772. So who got number 1? Jared. Way to go, Jared. I don't think Jared was in our top 5 coming out of that first round or first half. I think he was just in the top 5. So way to go, Jared, clutching it out. You are our 5th grade honors student. Jared in the chat saying he's peaked. No, you have not, my friend. Way to go, you winning that science round. And it was actually a really close game. Only a difference of 12 points to our next team, our next player. And then, your girl Sam right behind you, too. So you guys both know your science. Way to go.
Tungsten, man.
I want to say
I didn't answer the tungsten one right, man. I get it. I win if I get tungsten.
If you get tungsten, right?
Yeah. I was the one zirconium.
That's where it is.
I was on your brain.
On the same brainwave, right?
Zirconium's way down there in the chart, so... Yeah.
So, hey, it'd be like that. That's where it comes down to that difference of one question, a handful of points, a little bit of speed, and all of a sudden you are a first place winner. So way to go, Jared. You're our 5th grade honors student for this. Your reign has only just begun. Steele, he props people up, so he's just sending you that love, Jared. That's right. He's letting you know this is just the first of many. Way to go, my friend. All right. And then we did have a lot of y'all. You guys remembered your chemistry, right? We're going to get back into those points for our top 5 or so in just a second. Here they come. There we go. Yeah, Steele with 667, 663 for Real John, Brian with 548. So this is a really good round for y'all. You guys getting those points, and that's going to matter when we get through 2 more rounds and see who our trivia traveler is, the person who's done the best across all 6 rounds of trivia. I feel really good about Sam and feel really good about Turbo so far, but you never know because these next rounds, well, they might give you way more points. Maybe you don't get so many because our next one, this one's going to be about big cities. That's right. I call this next round Bright Lights Big Trivia because this one's going to be all about cities and landmarks in cities, things you'd find in those big cities. Winner at the end of this round will be called our Urbanite Erudite because Urban Rain is one of my trivia teams. So yeah, so I was thinking about the Urban Rain. Jeff's trivia team plays with me on Monday nights, and so they're called Urban Rain. So I was saying, let's do something urban, Urbanite Erudite. is going to be the call for the winner of this next round. Big city trivia coming your way in 6 minutes. If you haven't got a drink in your hand, what are you doing? Go get one. We're going to be back in 6 minutes with some more trivia coming your way.
Futurama is brought to you by Molten Boron.
Nobody doesn't like molten boron.
Jeff, that's fantastic. Just got to let you know.
Even burned and cracked, they're beautiful. Destroying them was a shame.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
But what about the children, the onlys? Didn't the awful things affect them?
Of course not. We're here, aren't we?
More of you? How many?
All there are.
Yeah, I was like, we're getting dangerously close to Paramount being like, hey, you guys are now a offshoot of a Star Trek thing, and now we own you. No, I'm just messing around. No, we're good. We're good. Anyways, hey guys, we're almost done with this countdown, getting ready for our last 2 rounds of trivia. We got Bright Lights Big Trivia coming your way because we got a round full of trivia about big cities, and we're looking for certain cities along the way. Then I'm going to ask you about things that you find in some of those big cities. Gonna have a little bit of US, a little bit around the world. So enjoy this trivia coming your way about big cities in just a moment. Now, if you haven't got set up, you guys know what to do. Scan that QR code, get in the room, get ready to submit those answers. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and like the video, subscribe, make sure you're set up, that way you never miss an episode. Tell your friends, all the good stuff. Same thing for Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, follow along. Make sure that you are watching and following, so that way you never miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern. Now we got 2 more rounds coming your way. This next round is going to be about big cities, all kinds of fun stuff about big cities in the U.S. and abroad. Now we're going to have 10 questions for the round. At the end of the round, we're going to declare our winner. And the winner for this round, let me pull up that name. That's right. They're going to be our urbanite erudite, because erudite is a very fun word to say. I had to look up how to pronounce it because I've read it a bunch of times. But yeah, erudite is the way to say it as I understand it. We're going to have 10 questions come your way. The faster you answer, the more points you'll get. And at the end of the round, whoever has the most points will be that urbanite erudite. However, at the end of our next round, our final round of the game, whoever has the most points across all 6 rounds will be the trivia traveler for the week, the person who knew the most trivia across all 6 subjects. So we'll get into it in about 15 more seconds for our big city trivia. First question coming your way in 10 seconds. And if it does that thing where it just goes into the answers, we'll fix it because now I know how to do that. Here we go. 5 seconds coming your way. All right, here comes our first question. What is the most populous city in the United States? So name that city. Is it Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, or New York? So once again, what is the most populous city in the United States? Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, or New York? All right, answers are in just about. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 for Los Angeles with 12 for New York. Your correct answer would be New York City. That's correct. New York City was the correct answer. I kind of can't believe how many people live in that tiny area compared to Los Angeles where everything's all sprawled out. They just live on top of each other. I don't like that. That's why I live out here. All right, we're getting into our next question. Question number 2. Which of these iconic American buildings is not located in Washington, D.C.? Find the one that's not located in D.C. Answers for you are Independence Hall, Library of Congress, the Lincoln Memorial, and the White House. So once again, which of these American buildings is not located in Washington, D.C.? Independence Hall, the Library of Congress, the Lincoln Memorial, or the White House? All right, I got your answers. Let's see what you put down. All right, 100% of the answers for Independence Hall. That is the correct answer. Independence Hall found in Philadelphia. All right, question number 3 coming at you. What is the only city in Canada with a population over 5 million? Which Canadian city is it? Is it Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, or Vancouver? Once again, what is the only city in Canada with a population of over 5 million? Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, or Vancouver?
Props on the Toronto pronunciation, by the way.
Thank you for knowing that. That is actually one of those funny, very funny things. I used to date somebody from Toronto-ish, Canada, and she pointed out everybody who's American says it Toronto. Because you see a second T, and I believe in pronouncing the letters that I see.
However, she might be upset that Ottawa is misspelled there, just saying.
Okay, I did not... Also, the relationship's not going, so it doesn't matter anymore. But no, it's okay. No, it's one of those things, like, legit, like, haha, very funny. But I did not put that spelling of Ottawa, and now that I'm seeing it for the first time, I'm like, yep, that is spelled incorrectly. All right, there comes your answers. We had 11 for Toronto, with 1 each for Vancouver and Montreal. Your correct answer was... Toronto, yes. And in case you always are curious, it's Toronto, Turanno, as kind of the way to pronounce it, right? Toronto. They're a silly people. I do love Canada, but it's a very fun and silly place. All right, question number 4 coming at you. Which of these big cities has never hosted the Summer Olympics? That's right. Which one of these cities has never hosted the Summer Olympics? Olympics coming up this summer. Is it Beijing, Madrid, Mexico City, or Seoul? Once again, which of these big cities has never hosted the Summer Olympics? Beijing, Madrid, Mexico City, or Seoul? Tell me which one it is. You're going to get those points. About 10 seconds left. All right, answers in. Let's see what you put down. All right. 77% of the answers from Madrid with 3 for Mexico City. Your correct answer was Madrid.
No way.
Madrid is the city that has never hosted the Summer Olympics. The other 3 have. All right. One more question, and then we're going to do our mid-round breakdown. See what our standings are through 5 questions. Question number 5. What Asian capital's name derives from the Sanskrit word meaning victorious deed? So which one is the victorious deed? Is it Bangkok, Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, or Delhi? Once again, what Asian capital's name derives from the Sanskrit word meaning victorious deed? Bangkok, Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, or Delhi? 10 more seconds. All right, let's see the answers you put in. Now, answers available for you were, the answers you submitted were 3 for Jakarta, 7 for Kuala Lumpur, and 3 for Delhi. Your correct answer was Jakarta. Jakarta.
No way.
Steele, did you get that one right? No, you did not. Yeah, so this one, I don't know where that kind of comes about, but yeah, Jakarta means victorious deed. And that's where it comes to that whole thing about today I learned, right? So now, if you didn't get that one right, you know what Jakarta means. You can tell your friends.
I thought about putting Jakarta, but then I was like,
I think you have to know a little bit of the history of like why they would use Sanskrit over some of the other base languages to kind of come from. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's see what our standings are through 5 questions so far in our Bright Lights Big City Trivia. All right, Brian Painter, Urinal, number 1, 435 points for first place. And we got Christian, Czech's place, 619 with 359 points. And Suburban Rain, that's Darren, right? Yes, Darren with 357 points joining us and getting in for round 4. Ian also killing with 343. Sam with 339 adding on to those points. So it is anyone's game. 5 questions through Big City Trivia. Now I have pulled down my little YouTube chat. Let's see how it's going. Shout out to National Treasure was what Jared's saying. They're moving that's right. They are also moving the capital. That's another thing that's happening with Jakarta is that it's not going to be the capital of Indonesia anymore. They're changing capitals. So yeah, that question is only true for a little bit longer because eventually they won't be the capital. Yeah, it'll be Nusantara. That's right. Nusantara. That's right. Nusantara is the name of the new capital of Indonesia. So thank you so much for reminding me that, Jared. See, you know your stuff. You might not have the answers for the other questions, but you have that. Thank you for that little bit of fact. All right, we have 5 questions for that round. We're going into our next question. Question number 6. I'm going to give our engineer a little bit of time to get back to his face because we got these dope Pop Rocks Oreos cookies, and he just had to come and grab one real quick. They're very tasty. They're really weird, but they're really cool. All right, here we go. Question number 6 coming your way. What is the most populous city in Europe? We did the most populous city in the United States. Might as well do the most populous city in Europe. Which one is it? Is it London, Moscow, Paris, or Berlin? Once again, what is the most populous city in Europe? London, Moscow, Paris, or Berlin? All right, tell me which one is the most populous city in Europe. You're going to get the points. All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put. All right, we had 62% of the answers for London, 1 for Moscow, 4 for Paris, and let's see what your correct answer. Brian Painter just saying in the chat before we get into the answers for this one, if the last one was victorious deed, Nusantara means failed deed. That's hilarious. Your correct answer, some of you are going to be annoyed by the answer to this one, is Moscow. Yes, Moscow is a part of Europe, even though the most majority of Russia is not in Europe. Moscow, Russia is, I believe, the only country, or it might be one other, but it's actually built in Europe and Asia. It's across continents.
Personally, I think we got hosed.
When I was a kid, I thought you couldn't do that. You had to be one or the other. Apparently, Russia just gets to be part of both continents because it's gigantic. So Moscow is technically in Europe. I want to see who is our only person who got that one right. Let's see. Jared, way to go, Jared. Turkey. Turkey is the other one. I knew there was another one. Turkey is also a part of both Europe and Asia. So thank you, Brian, for letting me know that. Unfortunately, I can't give you points for that, but yes, Moscow is the most populous city in Europe. All right, question number 7 coming your way. What is the name of this tower in Tokyo? The tallest tower in the world. Is that the Tokyo Needle, the Tokyo Spire, the Tokyo Skytree, or the Tokyo Steeple? So once again, what is the name of this tower in Tokyo, the tallest tower in the world? Tokyo Needle, Tokyo Spire, Tokyo Skytree, or Tokyo Steeple? Is it really? I feel that. No, it was Steele letting me know that Moscow is pronounced Moscow. Colloquially.
Moose cow.
Moose cow. Similarly to the whole Toronto thing. Moscow, right? So yeah. Now you guys know how to say Moscow if you want to sound like, Dergayovich. All right, here we go. Answers for that one were 77 answers, or 77% of the answers for the Tokyo Spire, with 3% of the answers for the Tokyo Skytree. This is proving to be a challenging round because that is the Tokyo Skytree. Yes, the Tokyo Skytree is the name of that tower. So this one, we're going to have a lot of split answers. Let's see what happens with question number 8. Which of these was invented in San Francisco for the gold rush for miners who needed tough, comfortable clothing? Was it Dickies overalls, Fry boots, Levi's denim jeans, or Pendleton work shirts? Give that to you again. Which of these was invented in San Francisco for the gold rush miners who needed tough, comfortable clothing? Dickies overalls, Fry boots, Levi's denim jeans, or Pendleton work shirts? 7 seconds left. All right, answers in. Let's see what you submitted. All right, 1 for each answer that was not Levi's, with 11 answers for those Levi jeans. Your correct answer: the San Francisco Niners played their games in Levi's Stadium. That's right, Levi denim jeans. Levi Strauss Company, founded because basically 2 people working in the same area saw one guy's rivets and was like, oh, hey, those rivets would keep my sales together. Oh, those sales would make some rad jeans. And they created the whole company, and now we all wear it. So Levi's was your correct answer. All right, question number 9. For what event was the Eiffel Tower originally built? What was the event for which the Eiffel Tower was built? Was it entrance to the 1889 World's Fair, a visit from King Henry V, the coronation of Louis XV, or the French military outpost? Once again, for what event was the Eiffel Tower originally built? Entrance to the 1889 World's Fair, a visit from King Henry V, the coronation of Louis XV, or was it simply a French military outpost? Last chance to get those answers in. All right, let's see what you put down. 100% of the answer for the World's Fair. Your correct answer was that World's Fair. Yes, made for the 1889 World's Fair. All right, we have one more question coming your way. This is our last question about some kind of big city. Now, after this question, we'll declare our top 3 and our urbanite, erudite, I should say. Urinite is a different thing.
Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, Danny, you're an 8.
You're an 8, yeah. Urinite. Shout out to the urinals because they always get number 1. All right, here we go. Question number 10. Which of these mythological figures does not sit atop the entrance to Manhattan's Grand Central Terminal? That's right. We started the question about New York. We're ending it with a New York question. Which of these mythological figures does not sit atop the entrance to Manhattan's Grand Central Terminal? Answers available are Apollo, Hercules, Mercury, and Minerva. So if you've been to New York, you might have a shot. Even if you have, you might not know this. It's okay. Which of these mythological figures does not sit atop the entrance to Manhattan's Grand Central Terminal? Apollo, Hercules, Mercury, or Minerva? All right, I got your answers in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 for Apollo, 3 for Hercules, 1 for Mercury, and 9 for Minerva. Believe it or not, three of the 4 of those are represented, except Apollo. Apollo was your correct answer. So yes, this is another
Personally, I think
really
we got
hard
hosed
one.
on that call.
And I think, Jared, were you the one who got that one right too? Jared, I have a good feeling that you might have taken this round. Let's see what happens when we get to our top 3. All right, we're going to declare our top 3, and that's going to include our Urbanite Erudite. Here come our winners. In third place, it's Darren with 539 points to Burbane Rain, 539. And in second, Steel. Hey, way to go. Coming back with 576 points for second place. And in first place, it's the Urinal that gets number 1. It's Brian Painter. Brian with a killer round, clutching it out. And also his third title for the night. He is the Urbanite Erudite and our comfortably numerologist. I forgot what our fourth one was. Our also Trivia Trooper. So way to go, Brian. Getting all those titles across those rounds. Way to go. You are killing it tonight, my friend. And we do have the rest of our standings here. Now, we actually had a really close grouping here. Second through, I believe, 6, all the way down 516 points. Only 60 points between second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, it looks like. So way to go if you got those points, because those will matter as we get ready for our last round of trivia. We are almost there. And then also, always love to look at these breakdowns, because here you see the percentage of how many of the questions people got right. There we go. So yeah, here we had one person, John, getting 100% of the questions right? So he got all the questions right, and it was enough to help him get enough points to be 5th place. So sometimes it's also just about getting as many right as you can. Sometimes, though, it's just about getting the ones you're going to get right as fast as you can, right? That's the difference sometimes. So way to go to everybody who got points that round. Yeah, we even had people tying down with 514 points. So we have one more round of trivia. Then we're going to declare our Trivia Traveler. We'll have one more title as we get to our last round of trivia. And I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun coming with the name for this one, because this one's going to be about famous nicknames. So I call this round, here we go, Famous Dick, as in Richard. Yes, that's right, Famous Dick, but as in Richard, not the other type of Dick. Famous Dick as in Richard, because this is going to be about famous nicknames, right? Everyone on this list is going to be a person, place, or a thing, and their famous nicknames. So in 6 minutes, we're going to have our last round of trivia. So here comes that countdown. Now, if you haven't gotten yourself a drink, if you haven't got comfortable, now's a great time to do that. We're also going to be taking that 6-minute break right now, so it's a great time to like, subscribe, and share everything on all the socials, all the good stuff. That's right, Real John letting us know, don't be a dick. And Jared, are you taking off, Jared? I hope that's not... We got one more round to go, but we'll find out in just a second.
You're killing me, Smalls.
All right, here we go. We're going to be back in 5.5 minutes with our last round of trivia. All right, y'all, we are getting ready for our last round here at the Trivia Tavern. Almost ready to call it a night, but not before we declare our winner for the last round and our overall Trivia Traveler. So, in just about 2 minutes, just under that, we're going to have a whole round about famous nicknames. That's right, nicknames of famous people, places, and things. Whoever, at the end of this round, has the most points, they will be our Big Time Richard. That's right, a Big Time Richard. You also know what Richard's nickname is. That's right, Famous Dick, but as in Richard. Because this one is about famous nicknames of all kinds of things, not just Richard's. We always have fun with that whenever we're talking about. I don't know how Dick became the short name for Richard, but to me, it will forever be hilarious. Now we're getting ready for this next round in just about a minute 15 seconds. If you haven't already signed up, I think we got everybody in. But if you haven't already signed up, scan that QR code or go to crowd.live, type in T7LWY. That'll make it so that way you can get into the game. At the end of this round, we're going to be crowning our Big Time Richard. And after that, we're going to go over our standings for the whole night. Now, we do have a lot of people who've been collecting a lot of points, but it can really be anyone's game if this one gets hard and gets away from you. So we'll be declaring our Trivia Traveler at the end of this round, the person with the most with the most points across 6 rounds of trivia. Now, that's going to be kicking off in just 40 seconds as we get ready for this last round. Just want to thank everybody who's been watching along up to this point or watching any of our games. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for the Trivia Tavern. It means so much for me that you guys are checking us out, having a good time with us, and I just appreciate all of y'all sharing us, liking us, and doing all that stuff.
Hey, and also give it up in the chat for Danny. Thanks for coming up with all these questions, organizing it, being the host of this great thing we're doing here on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much, Danny. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate you. Thank you, Steele. Thank you, everybody. I love doing this. You guys have known me for a minute. No, I love trivia. Don't worry, that question's coming. I'll read it when we get there. Yeah, that's the cool thing. I can do this as I want, right? But yeah, I just appreciate you guys. You guys know that my favorite thing in the world to do is host trivia, and I appreciate that there's just a way that I can host trivia for you in this new format. And trust me, it's growing. I think this is gonna be the next fun big thing really soon. So, with all that said, thank you, Ian, in the chat. Thank you guys just for hanging out and playing with us. Now we're gonna get into it with our last question for the round, last round of the game. First question of the round. Now your first question: which of these NHL legends is known simply as the Great One? Is it Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, or Bobby Orr? Once again, which of these NHL legends is known simply as the Great One? Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, or Bobby Orr? All right, y'all. Now I got the answers in for that. Let's see what you guys put down. 92% of the answers, 11 for Gretzky with 1 for Mario Lemieux. Your correct answer, the Great One, is the Gretzky. That's right, Wayne Gretzky was your correct answer. I think Real John maybe had a fat finger moment. Yes, he's letting us know. FF, that is shorthand for fat finger. That's our one.
You have used to dial are too fat.
It happens to the best of us. So it's okay. Maybe you'll get those points back on our next question. Make sure to be diligent about looking for those answers. Question number 2. What Texas city was officially nicknamed Space City in 1967? We have Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. So once again, what Texas city was officially nicknamed Space City in 1967? Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, or Houston? All right, let's see your answers for this one. 100% of the answers for Houston, because Houston, we have a problem. If you didn't know it, it's Houston. Houston, one of our most famously known space base for getting those, I guess, troubleshooting. What's the difference? Because I know Houston, right, is kind of space central, but also Cape Canaveral is where they all launch from. Right, so that's
one's mission control and the other one's launch control.
That's the way I wanted to phrase that. Thank you very much, Jeff, for letting me know. All right, here we go. Question number 3. What NFL team's fans are dubbed the Who Dat Nation? Is it the Cincinnati Bengals, the New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, or the Atlanta Falcons? Once again, what NFL team's fans are dubbed the Who Dat Nation? The Cincinnati Bengals, the New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, or the Atlanta Falcons? All right, answers in. Let's see what you put down. We had 3 answers for the Cincinnati Bengals and 10 answers for the New Orleans Saints. The Cincinnati Bengals go by the Who Dey Nation. The Saints are the Who Dat Nation. Yes, Who Dey, Who Dat can be very confusing if you don't know. But the Bengals is a close answer, but the Saints is our correct answer. That's right, Saints are known as Who Dat Nation. That question's dedicated to Sarah. All right, question number 4. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's nickname, the city of brotherly love, derives from the literal meaning of the city's name in blank. Now, when I say blank, I'm talking about another language, right? So you're going to be identifying a language. So I'll say that again. Philadelphia's, Pennsylvania's nickname, the city of brotherly love, derives the literal meaning of the city's name in blank. Is it Danish, French, Greek, or is that Polish? So once again, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is nicknamed the city of brotherly love, derives from the literal meaning of the city's name in Danish, French, Greek, or in Polish. You've got 10 seconds left. All right, answers in. Let's see what you submitted. All right, 1 for Danish with 12 for Greek. Your correct answer with that phi sound, it's the Greek language. That's right, Greek is where we get Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love from. All right, we're going to have one more question, and then we're going to do our mid-round breakdown and see where our standings are at after 5 questions. So here comes question number 5. What southern U.S. state is nicknamed the Magnolia State? Answers are Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. So once again, what southern U.S. state is nicknamed the Magnolia State? Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, or Mississippi? Tell me which one's the Magnolia State. You got 10 seconds left.
40% of all people know that.
All right, we might have had another fat finger in the studio. Let's see the answers that you put down. All right, bigger split this time with 5 for Alabama, 1 for Arkansas, and 7 for Mississippi. Your correct answer would be Mississippi. Mississippi. Steele throwing up the prayer hands because he did end up getting that right.
Steel Magnolias.
Oh, Steel. Yeah, I was going to say, you were going to let us down if you didn't get that one right. Way to go, Steel Magnolias.
Way to go, Steel.
Steel Magnolia Casserole. All right, let's see our answers, our standings through 5 questions when it comes to famous Dick.
Steel
as in
casseroles.
Richard.
Yeah.
All right, Christian with 471 points, just 1 point ahead of Sonic
Checks play,
Elwood.
table minimum.
Checks play, table minimum. Now, this is a new player, Sonic Elwood. I don't believe we've seen in our previous round, so way to go, Sonic Elwood. Just 1 point behind for second place. We got 5 more questions, and Steele, you're right there too. Just 9 points behind first place, 462. So this has been a good round for the 3 of y'all so far. But we do have more points, more questions coming your way, and yeah, like just 1 more point for Brian, 2 more points for Ian. So this is a very, very close game so far. Way to go! We got 5 more questions to go. So let's see what those standings will be after we get through those next 5 questions. Now let's get back into it. Question number 6 is coming your way, and it goes like this. Which of these pioneering jazz musicians was alternatively nicknamed Satchmo, Satch, or Pops? Answers are Thelonious Monk, Charles Parker, Miles Davis, and Louis Armstrong. So once again, which of these pioneering jazz musicians was alternatively nicknamed Satchmo, Satch, or Pops? Thelonious Monk, Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, or Louis Armstrong? All right, answers are in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had 1 each for Miles Davis and for Parker. We had 11 for Louis Armstrong. Your correct answer would be Louis Armstrong. That's right, Louis Armstrong was famously known as Satchmo, the trumpeter. Now, question number 7 is up next. Also, Miles Davis, the incorrect answer in 2 different questions tonight. Just wanted to point that out. I love Miles Davis, but he was the incorrect answer for 2 of those. Brian letting me know Charlie Parker was known as the Bird. So yeah, always love to learn those little extra trivia facts. Charlie Parker, the Bird, and Miles Cools Davis. All right, here we go. Question number 7. Which of these New York Yankee legends was nicknamed the Yankee Clipper? All right, which one of these Yankees legends was nicknamed the Yankee Clipper? Now, answers for you are Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Mickey Mantle. So which of these New York Yankee legends was nicknamed the Yankee Clipper? Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, or Mickey Mantle? You've got another 10 seconds. Christian, thank you for that reference in the chat, just letting us know if peeing your pants is cool. And I'm Miles Davis from, of course, was that Billy Madison. Billy Madison. We do have a drop that we use every once in a while. I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
Everyone in this
there it
room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
One of the greatest trivia drops for as far as sound drops go. All right, let's see the answers you guys put down. All right, we have 2 for Lou Gehrig, 7 for Joe DiMaggio, and 4 for Mickey Mantle. You guys, I'm glad everybody knew that one of amongst many Babe Ruth nicknames, this was not one of Babe Ruth's, because all of his were like Sultan of Swing and stuff like that. But your correct answer was Joe DiMaggio. That's right, the one name dropped in that famous song about hooking up with Mrs. Robinson. All right, now here comes question number 8. What is the most commonly used nickname amongst Division I NCAA athletic teams? What's the most common nickname for college sports teams? Is it the Tigers, the Eagles, the Wildcats, or Bulldogs? Once again, what is the most commonly used nickname amongst Division I NCAA athletic teams? Tigers, Eagles, Wildcats, or Bulldogs? Get that answer in. All right, answers in. Let's see what you put down. All right, we had a good split this time. We had 46% of the guesses going for Tigers, 2 guesses going for Wildcats, and 5 for the Bulldogs. Your correct answer is the Bulldogs. Yes, there are more Bulldogs out there when it comes to Division I NCAA athletic teams than any other mascot. Quite a few schools use the nickname the Bulldogs. All right, question number 9 is coming your way. We got 2 more questions to go, but before we declare a winner for this round and a winner for the rest of the game. Now here comes question 9. What NBA All-Star posts to social media using the handle Easy Money Sniper? Is it Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, or Ja Morant? Once again, what NBA All-Star posted to social media using the handle Easy Money Sniper? Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, or Ja Morant? You got 5 more seconds.
I don't know.
Yeah, this one's a little bit tougher when we get to those social media handles. Answers turned in. We had 1 for Giannis, 0 for Tatum, 8 for Kevin Durant, and 4 for Ja Morant. Your correct answer was KD. Kevin Durant got you those points. All right, we have 1 more question for tonight's trivia. So let's cap it off with question number 10 in our nickname round. Last question coming your way. Which American heavy metal band's fan base is known as maggots? Is it Korn, Slipknot, Cannibal Corpse, or Lamb of God? Once again, which American heavy metal band's fan base is known as maggots? Korn, Slipknot, Cannibal Corpse, or Lamb of God?
%of all people know that.
All right, let's see if you know your metal fan bases. Answers turned in. This might be our most even split of the night. We had 4 for both Korn and Cannibal Corpse, with 3 for Slipknot and 2 for Lamb of God. Your correct answer. Now, there's one of those thinking of maggots that you might think is the more obvious one with Cannibal Corpse, and I hate to inform you, but that is not the correct answer. The one we were looking for was Slipknot. That's right, the fans of Slipknot are known as the maggots. I don't do heavy metal, that's not my jam, but hey, you know, to each their own, and if you're a maggot, well, power to you, because that's a heck of a name to take on. All right, let's get into our standings. Coming out of this last question, we're going to declare our top 3 and our winner of our prize of our big time Richard Award. All right, here come our top 3 answers, our top 3 players. In third place, it's the Urinal at number 1. It's Brian with 726 points. In second place, it's Ian with 773 points, just about 50 more ahead. And in first place, Sonic Elwood, taking that round by storm with 35 points. I think that was his first round playing, or their first round playing with us tonight, but they crushed that round with 935 points. Sonic, yeah, play with us for the whole game. That way you can get all those points. Way to go with that round. Getting all 10 in, and yeah, getting all 10 answers right. And must have been with some speed for 935 points. Is our highest total for the night. So you are the big time Richard. Way to go, Sonic Elwood. Also, if you're watching in the chat, yeah, that is impressive. Way to go, Jared, letting us know in the chat how impressive that was. So get in the chat, let us know, because Sonic Elwood, I'm not sure if we've mentioned you yet tonight. So that was a really, really impressive performance.
You're so money and you don't even know it.
That's right, you're so money and you don't even know it. But now, it is time to declare our overall Trivia Traveler. That's right, our person or player with the most points at the end of the game. So here come our final game standings. We're going to get into our top 3 right now. Here come our top 3 for the whole night across 6 rounds of trivia. In third place, sitting in front row, it's Stelio with 3,490 points, playing with us here in the studio. Sam in second place with 3,521, which means I do believe that's right, it's Brian Painter, the Urinal, who got number 1 with 3,898 points. Congratulations, Brian. Now you get to add the title of Trivia Traveler to the many titles you've acquired playing in trivia with me here at the Trivia Tavern. Now, we do have a lot of impressive scores. I mean, anytime you're getting north of 2,000, that means you got a lot of trivia under your belt. So way to go. If you joined us late, sometimes that happens, but no stress. But yeah, we had a lot of people above 2,000 coming down to Christian Chex Play, who I even got here a little late. Martin over that mark too. But just also thank you for anybody who's playing with us. Stephanie, she had to take off a little bit ago. Adriana, thank you for playing. We had Jared joining us late. Real John, just out of the top 3 with 3,411. It was a really close game. I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys, everybody letting me know in the show. Thank you so much for letting me know it was a fun show. I hope you guys always have a good time playing with me. Thank you, Painter. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. Ian, I want to let you know, if you are playing in the finals or semifinals for that other thing, this Friday I'll be at Dirty Birds in OB. I hope that's where you guys will be. If not, that's all my spots for that thing. That's for me and him to figure out. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for the love in the chat. I hope you guys had a great time. Yeah, Christian saying fun stuff. Thank you for playing. Oh, you're at Duckfoot. Oh, man, that I wish I could go where they would tell me to go, but, you know, that's all that happens. Thank you, Brian. I'll see you tomorrow night for some trivia. If you guys had a good time, thank you. Please keep following us. Keep subscribing. Make sure you're signed up to subscribe on YouTube, Twitch. Hit that like button. Hit that share button, because you can always go back and watch these later and just kind of play it as a podcast if you missed an episode. I really appreciate anyone who takes any time of their day to enjoy some trivia with me. So I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Please have a great rest of your night, and thank you for coming to the Trivia Tavern. That's it, Jeff. That's it. We're done. I hope you guys had a great night, and until I see you next time, till I see you next trivia, take care. Till then.